If you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here and I'm back with a new video, and I know you must be thinking, why the hell is this girl on camera in this big old Gucci jacket? So, as you already know by the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about Wisdom Kaye versus the fashion brand Miu Miu. It's crazy. So, if you don't know who Wisdom Kaye is, he's a big fashion influencer and he's got a huge following on TikTok. And before I had this YouTube channel, I had a beauty channel where I would do try on hauls. Like, I even did a review on this jacket when I first got it. So if you want to check that out, you can do. So as a fashion influencer, you buy new stuff, you try it on, you tell people about the material, if it's worth the money. Keep this in mind, he spent 18K at Miu Miu. So he got this jacket out, sleeveless jacket, he's trying it on, and guys, he's filming, he's trying to try it on, he's undoing the buttons and the button just pops off. And you know when it's just awkward because he's live or whatever, and it's just like, yeah. And the jacket is so expensive, so it's like, why is the button popping off? And I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to undo the buttons. Now the gag is Miu Miu sent him another one, as a, sorry, because again, he does have a big following. Guys, please tell me why when he got this new jacket, the button popped off again. So when he first did it, it popped at the top one, and then when he got the next jacket, it popped at like the third one. And him and his friends just burst out laughing, like, you can't be serious. Like, how many times does a button need to pop off? Like, what? Now that's just like me doing a review on this, and then the zip breaks. It's just like, I'm not spending all this money on designer clothing for it to just break like that. You know what I mean? It's not like you've worn it a few times. It literally, he's trying to try it on and it just broke. So literally, people are giving Miu Miu the side eye. I'm not really into Miu Miu. My brands are like Louis Vuitton and Gucci. But everyone's got their, Dior, Yves Saint Laurent. Everyone's got their design in it. So a lot of people are sharing their stories of when they've bought goods from Miu Miu, and it's literally just, it's trash. Listen, with this whole tariff stuff came out, a lot of Chinese did say the designer stuff are made in their factories, but then they send it to, France, Italy, the UK, put that stamp on it to make it seem luxury. If you've not seen that video, do check it out and I'll link it at the end. So I'm gonna roll the initial clip and I will be back with my commentary.
Wisdom Kaye versus the buttons on that denim Miu Miu vest is a fight that will go down in fashion history. Miu Miu have been on an absolute run. In 2024, their revenues jumped almost 100%. And in the first half of this year, 2025, their revenues have increased by 50%. They have had hot item after hot item, hot runways, and they have been beating the luxury slowdown allegations. While other brands are struggling to make sales, Miu Miu weren't. But with this video, or these videos, those conversations about the value of luxury are definitely going to resurface. And I wonder what Miu Miu are going to do next to beat this bad press. To get you up to speed, Wisdom Kaye went into Miu Miu and spent his own coin and bought a number of items, spending thousands of dollars. He then went home and wanted to try them on. One of the jackets, the zipper broke, and on the denim vest, the first button that he opened broke. He came on social media, spoke about it. Miu Miu contacted him. They said, look, we're going to send you a replacement. He took that video down. They sent him a replacement and he thought, you know what? I'm going to put my camera on. I'm going to open this on video and see what happens, because surely the button is not going to break. And no, it absolutely did. And he went back and put the first video up, because we have to be honest now. You know that luxury brands price things based on value. So it's not based on costs, like it's going to cost X to produce, so we're going to put a little markup and charge you this amount. No, the markup is high because there is value in the brand. Of course, there are so many costs associated with running a luxury business. They have high marketing expenses, the cost to produce the runways, the amount of money they pay ambassadors, all of these things that go into building the value of a luxury brand is essentially what you pay for. You're not actually paying for the value of the product itself, because we know that it doesn't cost that much to make the product. And now we live in a world where everything is so much more expensive. The geopolitics of it all and the increased oil prices and how this impacts shipping costs and all of these things have made fashion production even more expensive today than it was before. And because of that reason, these businesses are looking to cut costs in any way possible. The value and the quality of luxury goods years ago is nowhere near what it is today, because costs are being cut and the proof is in the buttons on the denim vest. My philosophy is, if you are going to buy designer goods at cost, make sure you look at the product composition. What fabrics are going into making these products? Can you comfortably justify the purchase? If not, sample sales. If not, thrift old vintage pieces. That is my favorite thing to do right now. As I sit here today, we are wearing a vintage Burberry shirt. Absolutely love it. Incredible quality, or a fraction of the cost. Ciao. It is not looking good for Miu Miu. It is not looking good for Miu Miu.
Breaking everything down. So, like she said, the stocks in Miu Miu have been doing really well. I think after the whole tariffs, a lot of designers were struggling and still are, because again, people, cost of living, people, with everything that's going on, people are just not buying designers like that. So for Miu Miu to be winning, they've got the whole Y2K like aesthetic going on, and everyone's feeling that right now. So you know what I mean? It's on brand, from bags to glasses, and now this has happened. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, but I agree with her. If you are gonna buy from these top brands, please look more into it. Don't just buy it because it's your favorite brand. Look at the material. You know what I mean? And you know what I can't stand with designer stores? Yeah, let's say something broke or whatever, or it got damaged somehow, or there's a tear in a t-shirt. You can't get your money back. Like, or even if you buy a bag and you change your mind, I think you might have like maybe 14 days. But after that period, you know what I mean? That cooling off period, you can't return it. And it's like, imagine spending 18K and you can't return none of that stuff. Like, that is crazy. So that's the other part. How much it totals? Like, are you sure? I think the most I've ever spent all at once, I want to say probably 2K or just under 2K. But that wasn't just for one item. It was like multiple items. I think it was a belt and trainers. The whole Virgil when he was working with Louis Vuitton, rest in peace to him. And that was for my ex's birthday. But yeah, it's one of those, you definitely have to be sure before you put that card in. It's like, are you sure you want this? So I got some trainers and I got an LV belt, and they're still good too today. Years ago, I bought him a man bag and it went a bit rusty on the zipper. And guys, when I tell you, it took LV so long for them to fix it. At first, they were like, there's nothing we can do. And I'm like, I've spent so much, I think that was like 1,500. I spent all this money on this bag. Trust me, you're doing something. So I kept going, and then I had to speak to a manager, da. And then they were like, we need to send it off to a specialist. You can't just go anywhere. Like with normal bags, you take it to Tinson's or whatever. But they're like, we need to send it off to a specialist and see what they can do. They sent it off, they fixed it. I think it started going rusty again. So it's one of those. But my thing is, yeah, I've bought so many bags from Shein, Primark, cheap. Until today, they still look good. So it does make me think and question, what materials are you using? I know for a lot of bags they do use real like leather and like animal skin and all that stuff and real fur, but sometimes like for zips, buttons, I'm giving you the side eye, like, where are you getting these materials from? Because this is crazy.
I don't think you guys understand how crazy it is that somebody like Wisdom Kaye will come to your clothing store, place an order of $18,000, goes home, tries on the top and the button comes off. Obviously, he's thinking, 40 item or whatever, tries on the hoodie, the zip comes out. If that was my clothing brand and customer service told me that Wisdom Kaye posted what? Wisdom Kaye posted what? Everybody's getting fired. Obviously, he's posted a video now and they've said to him, oh, we can give you a replacement or give you a refund, and he wants a replacement. And they give him a replacement, and you wouldn't believe, one would think that affliction would not arise a second time. He goes home, he goes to try it, the button comes off again, twice. This is a designer clothing brand, Miu Miu. This is a designer clothing brand. Do you know how insane that is? I mean, one would think that for spending 18,000 somewhere, you're getting the best of the best quality fabrics. You're getting the best of the best hand sewn. If Wisdom Kaye asked me for replacement, I am sewing it myself. This is not fact. I'm doing it myself.
Right, I agree with him. Wisdom K, who? Wisdom K, a big influence, or even if it's just like a big celebrity, you know, like certain celebrities, they can get dresses custom made, so no one else in the world's gonna have that like dress. That's what they need to do for, you know what I mean, Wisdom K, because you're not trying on a whole nother jacket for the buttons and for the zip to mash up again. Like, you stupid. Like, do you know how much? Like, he's very powerful. Like, he has influence. You know, he's still trying to be nice and like, you know, Miu Miu's still my favorite brand, da 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 da. And it's just like, listen, the proof is in the pudding. Like, we see, like, you know what I mean? We can't unsee it. Even though we took down the videos, obviously people have taken screen recordings, people have done videos. Hello, I'm doing a video right now. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those, once it's out there, it's out there. And the fact that they sent him a whole other order and the same thing happened again or even worse, it's like, yeah, Miu Miu, it's a chop. I need someone, I need you to get the specialist, the best of the best, to handcraft and sew that button on so it ain't going nowhere. Can you imagine a third time? I'm like, okay, we're gonna send you another one, and you know this one should do it. Can you imagine? This is crazy.
Wisdom K posting those videos about his faulty clothes from Miu Miu shows how much the internet actually appreciates 100% honesty. So if you didn't see, Wisdom K posted a video about how he spent $18,000 in Miu Miu and one of the pieces he bought was this jacket. And as he was unbuttoning it, the button came off. And then another item that he bought, this brown jacket, he said the zipper came off. The video that he posted blew up, so Miu Miu then sent him replacement items. He posts a second video saying, I'm sure these will be fine, but I'm just going to record this in case. And the button broke again. And bearing in mind, Wisdom K has nearly 14 million TikTok followers, so he has a lot of impact, especially in the fashion industry. And obviously from his perspective, he could have very easily not posted these videos and not highlighted the poor quality of the clothes and potentially damaged his reputation with Miu Miu. But by posting these videos, he shows that he clearly prioritises being 100% real and honest. Because then in the future, if he does post a glowing review about a brand or clothes, then you know that he's being genuine because he can say when things aren't up to scratch. Even though he may have potentially damaged his relationship with Miu Miu, he's definitely strengthened his relationship with his followers. If you've watched the videos, let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, big up Wisdom K. I agree with her. Like the fact that he's being honest. You know what made me laugh when they sent replacements? He wanted to just try it, but then something told him, let me just record. Like it's like he had a feeling like, nah, this is gonna happen again. So again, like she stated, there's one thing recording, but he didn't have to post it, but he did. So bigs up for him to keeping it 100% honest. Is this gonna stop people stop people from shopping with Miu Miu? Obviously not. Like even the whole tariff situation, you know, a lot of designers are like, we ain't scared. You know what I mean? They're always gonna have their loyal customers and loyal supporters no matter what. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fakes. A lot of people don't even need to shop at these brands, but people still do. There's a lot of fakes out there, but yeah, I agree with her. Like he's got a big influence, and it's reasons like this why people really like mess with him because he keeps it real. Other influencers, you know, the ones that are wishy-washy, like you can't trust them, and then when a brand drops them, then they come out spilling the tea and like, oh, you know, they really like this, and it's just like, just because now your partnership with them's gone downhill, now you wanna, you know what I mean, spill the tea. You should have been kept in it 100 from the beginning, and this is why people mess with Wisdom K.
Let me put things into perspective for you guys so that you guys are able to understand why it is that this whole Miu Miu situation with wisdom is quite literally insane as fuck. Um, that jean jacket that he keeps having all these issues with from Miu Miu cost $3,300. Yes. It's also made in very poor quality, which again we can see obviously from his videos he keeps having issues with it. But I went in person and I touched the jacket because there's a Mimi store that's not that far from me. Y'all, it's terrible. It's like like the buttons are plastic. It's insane that you're paying $3,300 for a jacket that's that poor quality, like made in that poor quality. Like it's insane to me. Let's move on. That cotton zip up jacket, whatever the case is, that thing is $2,500. Um, super, super dingy, super, super like thin. I also went in store and felt it too. Again, these are both items that do not deserve to be priced where they're priced. In total, you would be spending $6,000 plus with taxes just to be able to buy both of these dingy ass, poor quality made items. How is Miu Miu getting away with this? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Shout out to him for putting it into perspective. But first of all, just looking at them, ain't no way. Like when I first seen the video and I seen him trying on, I was just like, ugh, where's he going with this jacket? Like it's clapped. Like no. But now finding out the price, are you in? This is crazy. No wonder why his total bill was 18K. But like he said, you know what I mean? He took himself to the store. Let me check this jacket out in a real life. He felt the material. He looked at the book like as soon as he saw it, he understood why in his videos do they keep to this popping off and zips are breaking because it's trash. Like it's confusing me as a whole, not just Miu Miu, a lot of brands. Where are you getting these materials from? Listen, a decade ago, your girl studied fashion design, so I know all about going to different like fabric shops, feeling fabrics, da 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 da. Obviously, I don't know about it on their level, like they're big designers, so they're on a whole other level. I've not gone to France, I've not gone to Italy, to the finest, you know what I mean, material shops, you know what I mean. So this is crazy. Like it literally, it's like they're going to their like lowest material shop and just getting any old material and just putting it together and just slapping Miu Miu on the label. Like
You really need to talk about Miu Miu's quality because I got sunglasses gifted to me on July 9th by my best friend for my birthday, and by July 13th, the glasses had broken. And I took them to the Miu Miu store and they were like, oh, well, like, you should, they like gave me the whole runaround. They were like, we don't have them in store and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. And they were like, we'd have to send them out. And so I was like, okay, like, I assumed it was just a screw that probably fell out. Why a screw was falling out on my third time wearing a pair of sunglasses, especially a pair of sunglasses that cost more than $500, I don't know. I don't know, like, what's going on at Miu Miu, but they really need to get it together because it seems to be an accessory problem.
yeah, guys, you just saw that. See how they gave her the runaround? That's what they did with me at LV. They were just like, oh, da, 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 we'll have to send it off. Yeah, send it off to a specialist and make sure that specialist can fix it. I don't mean I don't want you to just send it off. And then they're like, no, we can't fix it. And then you know what I mean? 'Cause if that's the case, I need a partial like refund. Like, what's going on here? That's crazy though. That the fact that it was gifted and then she has to run after this gift and get it sorted, and then they're giving her the runaround. And it's worse when you're black, because they're probably like, oh, black people were rough. A lot of designer stuff are very delicate, so you have to handle it with like extra care. So black people trying stuff on, you might get a little rip or a little. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that Wisdom K did film it and he wasn't being rough. He was literally just normally opening up how you would normally open up a jacket with buttons, and button just flew off. It was just so awkward, especially the second time. And the second time they were just like, "Ain't no way," and they just busted out laughing because they just couldn't believe it. How are you gonna send a replacement and then the replacement breaks? Like you can't make this up.
Imagine ruining your business overnight. So Wisdom K is a very big content creator on here that does fashion. So he brought some merchandise from a company called Miu Miu, right? They're a trendy brand right now. Everybody's wearing it. He goes in, spends about $15,000 on some designer items, right? So he let us know while he was opening up the item, the button popped off. And he had another item and the zipper came off that item. Now imagine spending $15,000 and this happens. And I know the PR team at Miu Miu is going crazy, right? So guess what? They sent him out a PR package, said, hey, if you wouldn't mind taking the video down, we'll replace all of the items. Fine, right? He said, okay, cool. He took the video down. They sent him the new items. He opened the one with the zipper. Everything went fine. He opened up the same vest again. And guess what happened? A button popped off. You can't make this up. Your business is people gonna be looking at you real skeptical. A lot of people hold him in high regard, as they should in the fashion game, right? Just ruining your whole business overnight.
Yeah, man, like these designers need to do better. Again, a lot of these influencers have a big influence, so they literally can make or break your business, like he said, overnight. Yeah, it wasn't 15K, it was 18K. I still like, yo, Wisdom K, bring that 18K over here so you guys can get a brand new car. Like, what? It is mad how certain people spend their money. And again, you can't tell people how to spend their money. Again, LV's like my favorite design. Some people are sneakerheads. Some people are into bags, the whole Birkin. Some people are into cars. Like people spend their money on things they love in it, but you just gotta make sure the quality is there. It's not all about the quantity. We need that good quality. So I agree with him. It is crazy that he literally can break their business overnight. And he wasn't even being malicious about it. He literally was just being 100% honest. And we seen it for ourselves live in 4K. You know, the fact that they asked him, you know, can you take down the video and was, you know, replace everything, that was good of them. And he was like, cool, that's, you know, fair dues, isn't it? But, you know, again, something told him. So he just had a feeling, though, let me record this. And again, that zipper, I've seen this video. So with the zipper, he was a bit shook, but then it went, you know what I mean? It went, he could open the jacket nicely. He was shook. The shook ones, he was shook. And then again, here came the jacket, and he was just like, Seeing as he popped the first button, he was like, because obviously the first time it popped off. Did the second one, and the third one just flew off, and it's like, can't make this up. It's just awkward because it's just like, what's Miu Miu gonna send you a whole new pack and be like, take down the like? It's too late. We've seen it now. It's way too late. So yeah, they need to do better.
And the shit that's blowing me is Miu Miu reached out to Wisdom. Wisdom just made this video talking about, you know, his shopping and, you know, this is what happened to my outfits. Miu Miu reached out to him and said, let us fix it. Let us fix it. So he said, okay, cool. Took the video down. Clearly it was friends only or whatever. Gave him an opportunity to fix it. If I was a brand and a big time influencer, content creator like Wisdom complained about my brand and I said, hey, let me fix it, I myself will walk into the quality control, whatever. I would walk to the rack myself and I will say, I don't give a fuck if these buttons y'all say are great. I'm going to hand sew that shit on my fucking self. You mean to tell me nobody bothered to check? No one bothered to check before having him come and pick the shit up. Because based on the bag he had, it looked like a garment bag, which means like you went into a store to go fucking get it. It didn't come in like the mail or something. You got employees. I would hit them employees up and said, I need you to hand sew, Gorilla Glue, I don't know, magnet, zip, do whatever the fuck you have to do to make sure that button doesn't pop off again. My God. My God. The bare fucking minimum. Clearly there's a quality issue because Wisdom showed in the first one. All you had to do was make sure the second one didn't pop the fuck off. And y'all did a PR nightmare. Self-inflicted, mind you. Self-inflicted. Because you were told of the problem and you said, let me fix it. And didn't even bother to check that the problem was fixed.
Had one job to do. No, I agree with her. Like a lot of people, you know, are blaming Wisdom Kaye, but it's self-conflicted. That it's literally them shooting themselves in the foot. Like, how are you gonna send a replacement and then the replacement's just as trash as the first lot? Like, again, I don't know who's in the factory working, doing like making the clothes, but fam, they need to do better. For the price that people are paying, I still can't get over how much it costs. I'm sorry, like, absolutely no way. But yeah. And like she said, they reached out to him. It's not like he reached out to them. Obviously, with brands, someone's running their social medias, you know what I mean? So obviously the person running their social media got wind of, huh? Wisdom K tried on what and what happened? So then that's when they were like hit him up. They were like, please take down the video and you know, sorry, we'll send you out a replacement and hope everything's, you know, Gucci, which it wasn't. So you know what I mean? Like I don't like Miu Miu, I don't know what to say for y'all.
Imagine going into a luxury department store, doing a little shopping, and you find a couple of pieces that you want to buy. So you go to the register and swipe your debit card for 18,000. 18,000,000.00 American doll hairs. You check out, you grab your bag, and you go home. As you're unpacking the clothes that you just spent 18,000 American dollars on, 2 of the articles of clothing that you just bought fresh off the rack break. Not 1, but 2. So you then come onto the internet and make a video about the clothing breaking. The brand sees it, right? And they reach out and say, hey, sorry, we sold you a bad batch. However, we will send some replacements your way. So the replacements come, and just for the sake of it, just so you'll have a physical receipt, you decide to unbox the clothing on camera. You unbox the first article of clothing, it's good. You then unbox the next article of clothing, button by button. You undo the first button, you're in the clear. You undo the second button, you're in the clear. You get to the fucking third button, and it breaks. Just like the original piece that you bought. Mind you, you spent 18,000 American doll hairs. And the quality of the fucking clothing is that of a goddamn Chinese wholesaler. I mean, how can you fuck that up? Was there simply no quality check completed to make sure that the replacements were up to par? My God! Like, what the fuck is going on in the factory? Did somebody quit? $18,000 for some broke-ass clothing. Bitch, I would be pissed.
Yeah, shout out to Bougie Brown Skin. He never fails to make me laugh, but he told no lies. $18,000 plus tax. You know, they're bagging it up. You know, you're leaving the store, you're like, thank you. And you get home, oh, can't wait to try this on. And da da da. You know what I mean? Because when you buy stuff, you already know, you already picture it, how you're going to wear it, what event you're going to go to, yada, yada, yada. You take it, you're on live. Shout out to your subscribers, your followers, and like, yo, look at this jacket I just bought from Miu Miu. And, you know, you go to try it on and things are just breaking, popping off. And it's just like, $18,000, excuse me. And again, you can't just turn up to store and be like, can I have a refund? Like, even though he recorded himself trying it on, somehow they flip it and be like, oh, well, you must have pushed the buttons. You know what I mean? They still try and conflict the blame on you. They do not give no refunds. They'll try and fix it for you, and then you pick it up. They send it off to a specialist, but no refunds. 18,000 in today's climate with the cost of living. Ah, must be nice, but yeah, that is it's crazy. But shout out to BG, makes me laugh every time.
I feel like this is exactly why he should have kept his post up. The reason I really like Wisdom's initial post is because it felt so refreshing. Huge creator with a huge following, a lot of influence, and he works with a lot of these brands. It's really crazy for brands to charge thousands and thousands of dollars for items that break before you even put them on. I think more and more creators, especially ones like Wisdom, need to do more of this and call out brands for the deficiency in their product. They keep raising prices, but the quality isn't going up. Make it make sense.
Yeah, I agree with him. We need more videos like this. We need more influencers to keep it 100. Because again, us being the consumers and being regular people, we know we've bought something designer and it's just broke, or we've not used it that much. And you know what I mean? But it doesn't make sense for the amount of money you spend. This should last me a decade. At least I want a decade out of this. You know what I mean? And you're taking it out the box and you just want to try it on and it's already breaking. It's like, so how's it going to be a year from now? Like, let's just say, because some people just can't be bothered with the back and forth. So some people just keep stuff. My ex was like that, which used to piss me off. Something would break or be faulty, and he's like, oh, we'll still just keep. No, we're taking it back. It's all right. This is why you keep a receipt. It's all right to get what we paid for. But I know some people just can't be bothered with the back and forth and da 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 da. But no, I agree with him. Please, big fashion influencers, we need more of you like this that keep it 100.
Miu Miu and Prada make some of their clothes in Romania. The area I'm from has a lot of factories that make clothes for Italian luxury companies like Giorgio Armani, Prada, Miu Miu, and others. And a lot of people very close to me still work in those factories. Not to say that the clothes that are being made in Romania are of bad quality, because there's still crazy quality of control. But if you spend thousands of dollars on these luxury goods, and you think that they are being made in Italian luxury ateliers, they're not.
Guys, you heard that, and he's telling no lies. Like he said, he has friends that work in these factories. With the whole tariffs, a lot of Chinese come out and we're like, fam, we make your favorite brands. Even this jacket was made in the Vietnam. And I remember when I did a review on it, people were like, "Oh, it's fake, it's fake. Like if it was real Gucci, it'd be made in Italy." So your girl did her research because I don't wear fake in it, but I have wore like fake slippers and stuff. You know what I mean, off AliExpress. You know, you can tell when you're getting it like fake. You know, my sister, she went to Morocco and she got a couple of, you know what I mean, Morocco, Turkey, all those places there. They do really good like replicas. But when I bought this jacket, fake or real, I had real intentions. So I did some research and I went onto the Gucci's website and they do make some of their clothes in the Vietnam, in China, like the Asian countries. They do make a lot of their clothing there. It's a lot of the simple stuff that's actually made in like France or Italy. But the way people were trying to come for me, and it's just like go onto the, and I clapped back at the people because I was just like, I sent them the link because I did it through Google, and I was just like, this top right here, this jacket right here was made in the Vietnam, just like this jacket, you know what I mean? So it's one of those. But shout out to him for keeping it real. And it's like, listen, Prada, Giorgio Armani, a lot of them are made in Romania. Like, don't get it twisted. It's made in Romania, gets shipped off to France, Italy. They slap on the label, do add the little, finishing touches. And that's it. Bob's your uncle. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you into designer like brands? Do you think they use really cheap materials, or do you think this is just like a mishap and they're overcharging us? Ain't no way someone can come on here and be like, oh no, it's not that, it's bad. Like that woman stated, she was wearing a vintage Burberry shirt. That's the best thing, to go vintage. A lot of people donate stuff, I know a lot of people that shop in charity shops to get a lot of Gucci, a lot of, you know what I mean, Yves Saint Laurent. Vintage is the way to go. They don't make stuff like they used to back in the day. Again, they're trying to keep up with the whole fast fashion. So all the new stuff is trash. If I had to recommend anything, it would be the coats and the bags, but anything else, nah, it's trash. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe and share. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.